Hi, this is Suzanne Williams with Living the Wholesome Life and Essential Oils Health Matters. And this is week 20, day 4 of us following of our positive, peaceful affirmations that we are doing every day, Monday through Friday. And we are following Dr. Susan Lawton's Positive Peace, her book, The Positive Peaceful Growth Calendar. You can buy it at Aroma Tools or Oil Life. It's an amazing book. If you love positive affirmations, if you love music therapy, and you love essential oils, aromatherapy, you're gonna love this book. If so far you've only really discovered positive affirmations, you're gonna love the other two therapies. If you've only discovered music therapy, you're gonna love the other two therapies. If you've only discovered essential oils, you're gonna love the other two therapies. They just mesh so well together. And why do they mesh so well together? Because they all have the power to create amazing change in us, right? Affirmations, music therapy, essential oils, aromatherapy, right? They all have the power to create amazing change in us. So, that said, we'll get on to our affirmation for the week. We always have an affirmation for the whole entire week that we are trying to focus on, and then an affirmation for the day. So the affirmation for the week is, I am very excited. I am very excited about new vegetables. I'm going to say that one again. I am very excited about new vegetables. And what new vegetables have you been incorporating into your life this week? Hope to hear about some of them. I definitely did some shout outs on celery and cucumbers yesterday. If you missed yesterday's Facebook Live or YouTube, whatever you're watching it on, go back and watch it. Celery and cucumber have amazing results. I was so thankful that it was Clancy's day to cook, my 15-year-old's day to cook yesterday. And I'm like, in the morning, I'm like, okay, Clancy, get a cucumber and celery. Let's chop it up, peel it, whatever, get it ready for us to eat. Then later on, when my little Wesley, who's 10, said, hey, Mom, can you fix me like a peanut butter celery? I think Clancy was gone somewhere. I don't even know. Anyway, so maybe he had Xander. Anyway, so I'm like, yeah, no worries. I just got the celery that Clancy had already prepared, smoothed some peanut butter onto it, and Wesley was happy and ready to go. So just saying, when we do that pre-prep for our veggies, they are just there to grab and go when we want them, and it's so much easier to eat our veggies that way. Okay, so I'll try to put some others of those clips on the benefits of the different vegetables into our comments today. Hope that you're liking them. I'm loving learning about more about the vegetable, even the vegetables that we already eat, like celery and cucumber, right? I love learning more about the veggies that we already eat. And this is what I've discovered. When God makes something, it's never for just one purpose. Never for just one purpose. When God makes things, they help us in so many different ways. And I don't even think that science has found all the different ways that cucumbers help us, or celery helps us. Or, we don't know all the benefits. But we do know that what God makes is good, and we can trust it to eat. Okay, that said, the affirmation for this week is, I am open to using the great energy I feel to achieve my goals and plans. And I'm like, I had to think about that affirmation for a while. I am open to using the great energy I feel to achieve my goals and plans. Well, why wouldn't I want to use my energy that I have to achieve goals and plans? And then I'm like, yeah, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we don't. Well, we definitely want to achieve our goals and plans, but sometimes we don't use the energy that we have to achieve them. And I just wanted to talk about just a few different ways that we might tweak so that we can change them. So I was thinking the other day, and I was really thinking about money and how does our family use money? Like, how much money do we want to spend on ourselves, giving ourselves what we want, as opposed to helping others to have what they need, right? Giving ourselves what we want as opposed to giving others what they need. And then to me, that I don't know, discussion in my head also goes along with the kind of deeper question of what type of present do I want to give to God at the end of my life, right? Do I want, and I was, well, okay, I'll tell you the concept and then I'll tell you. So, and so do I want to, when my life is over and when I go back, to be with my Heavenly Father and to, when He welcomes him home, when He welcomes me home, right? What do I want my life to have done, and who do I want myself to have become? Because what I do and what I have become is the only gift that I really have to give to my Heavenly Father. And I want it to be as big a gift as it possibly can. Now, this idea of giving God the biggest gift that we can really didn't originate with me. Not 100%. So I remember, just gotta say, Caleb, can you give me any of those value of books just super quick, just right up to wherever they are, value of power of whatever. Anyway, I remember when I was in, I'm going to say 5th or 6th grade, and I was walking home one day and I found this card on the street. I'm sure it came from someone's mail, and it had somehow just landed on to the street. And I picked it up, and it was this series of books, like 40 different books. And thank you. And I loved reading, and it was all about great heroes and great traits. And so I took the card home to my parents, and these books were expensive at the time. I think probably at the time they were like $9.99 or $12.99 a book, which is definitely higher than most of the books that I ever bought, which was like $3.50 back then. And I'm like, Mom, I want these books. Now, this is the Power of series. They actually have the value of, let's just say the value of believing in yourself, I think was actually the first one. This is the Power of series. It's a very, very similar series. I've collected them all. My parents bought me all the books. They bought me all the books. And I grew up reading about great men and women doing amazing things, like Nellie Bly, who goes into a prison, pretends to be insane, and goes into a insane asylum as a newspaper reporter, right, to see what really goes on in insane asylums. Oh my gracious. I read about great man after great woman after great man after great women, and that shaped so much who I am, and that made me want to do something great with my life. Now, and just be an amazing as an amazing person as I could be, and not waste my days. So anyway, so then I was talking to another person, and she was actually Portia's nurse, a maternity nurse, when she had one of her first 2 babies. I can't even remember which, but one of her first 2. Anyway, so I was talking to her, and she homeschooled and I homeschooled. So she actually invited me to her house, and we just chatted, which is so, looking back, phenomenal. Who does that nowadays, right? And so, and she gave me a lot of her homeschool supplies. But one of the things that we talked about there is that she wanted to live her life so much that when she met God, she gave him as big a present as she could when she met him. And she's like, she kind of put it in this way. She said, when you go to a birthday party and you show up with your gift, right? And when you show up to a birthday party, you don't want to have the the smallest or the most insignificant gift at a birthday party, right? How do you feel when you have that, right? You don't want that. No one wants that. When we show up to a birthday party, we want to have the best gift to give to our friend, our loved one, whatever. We want to give the best gift that we possibly can to make this person the happiest, right? That we're loving on. And that I'm like, from that moment on, boom, that kind of clicked into my world too. And I want to give the best gift that I can to God. So, anyway, when it comes to using our energy to achieve our goals and plans, that's what we want to do, right? We want to use our energy to achieve the goals and plans that we have, to love on others, improve our own world, improve the world around us. It's so funny sometimes. It's not like I'm a sick person. Really, I almost never cough. But I guess maybe my throat gets a little dry when I'm just talking and talking and talking. I don't know. Is that a thing? Anyway, so back to the money. We have a lot of money. What do we want to use? And we get to make choices with our money, right? We can choose to buy whatever, the best car, the most expensive house, the most expensive clothes, whatever it is. We can choose to do a lot to give ourselves a lot of pleasure, right? But what I found in my life is you can't pleasure yourself into happiness. You can't. You could go to a movie and that movie might be fun at the time, but when the movie is done, well, unless it's like a really, really good movie that just inspires you and kind of changes your life, right? But when the movie is done, it's done, and you're still left with you. You can't pleasure yourself into happiness. We can't pleasure ourselves into happiness. But when we've done something that has improved the world, that has blessed someone else, right? That has blessed our family, that has blessed our life, like raised us up to do something to become more powerful, more influential, more so we can help more people. At the end of the day, even when we're done with the service project that we've done, or done with the sweet text to someone that we've sent, that happiness and that joy just stays with us. We can remember that happiness and joy the rest of our days sometimes. I remember the good things that people have done for me my whole life. Right? I remember the good things that people have done for me my whole life. So, you don't have to do, and they're not all big things. I remember, I think we probably had 8 children at the time. Maybe my husband had just lost his job. And one of my neighbors came over with a number 10 can of oatmeal for us. And it was so kind. It was so kind. I love oatmeal. My children love oatmeal. Well, maybe not all of them. Maybe not the younger ones, but my children pretty much all love oatmeal. And just to know that someone was even thinking about me, I have never forgotten that kindness. So we don't have to do big things for people to remember it forever. We don't even have to give people things. I remember I had an autograph book when I was 11, 12. Anyway, And one of my leaders at church, we had like this mother-daughter thing, and they taught us some dances. We could go to different classes, and I chose the class with dancing. And we learned 3 dances from from different time periods, one of them being the Charleston. And I was dancing, and then we had a class, and then we had like a showcase at the very, very end of the whole thing. And one of my leaders wrote in my autograph book that she had never seen my eyes so vibrant and alive as when I was dancing. Okay, well, I wasn't new. I was just barely into the next class, and so were just barely getting to know each other. I think I'm super passionate about a lot of things, but I have never forgot that comment. Never forgot that compliment. And so I just want us all to know that the little things we can do can make a difference to people forever, right? And anyway, and so we do have a choice. The energy that we have, we can choose to spend on pleasuring ourselves in gathering more for ourselves. And it's good to make a pleasant home and pleasant surroundings, and it's good to do fun things. I get it. I totally get it. But at the end of the day, what's going to really make you more happy? To remember the vacation that you took to Hawaii, and maybe that is, or that you were a crossing guard, and that you talked to every single person that came by, and you made their day better, right? Okay, I'm not a crossing guard, but I know someone who is, and the children that come through her little street on their way to school love her because she makes every person feel better. Anyway, I'm not saying that vacations are important. Vacations are important. They bond us with our families. They let us see God's world, right? I'm not saying they're not important, okay? But I'm just saying we do have the choice on how to use our energy. We can use our energy to kick back and watch TV and watch the Super Bowl. We can do that, right? Or we can use our energy to learn, to study our scriptures, and to learn more about God and to become more Christ-like. We can use our energy to exercise 3 hours a week, not a week, but a day, or I don't even know, do a lot of surfing on the internet, right? Or we could use our energy to help other people. Okay. Now I really should have Kleenex next to me. Caleb, will you please go get me Kleenex? If I'm going to cry, I definitely need Kleenex. Okay, so that's just my shout out for the day. We have a choice on how we use our energy. We can use our energy to just keep the same old things happening, or we can use our energy to achieve our goals. There's this person who was amazing at achieving his goals. I'm going to put his link in the comments. Like, I think he set 26 goals for the new year way back when, and kind of achieved them all. Like, honestly, we can achieve our goals if we just baby step toward them. If we use the energy that we have, we can achieve our goals. Anyway, so that's the affirmation for this week. For today is, I am open to using my great energy that I feel to achieve my goals and plans. Okay, so the diffuser blend. Oh, the song that we're doing the whole entire week is Shower the People You Love with Love, because we're focusing on eating more vegetables the whole entire week, and we want to be, thank you, and we want to be showering, excuse me, thanks for being patient. Anyway, we want to be showering our people with good nutrition, with tons of veggies, and we want to be loving on them, right? We want to be loving on ourselves, We want to be, okay, why even put mascara on if you're just going to cry it off? I don't know, but there you go. We want to be showering ourselves with good nutrition, with water, with love, and everyone else around us, right? So that's the reason I picked that song. That's actually a different song from the one that Dr. Susan Lawton picked. But buy the book and you can see which one she picked. Okay, the diffuser blend that we're diffusing for the week is 2 drops of rosemary, which is the oil of knowledge and transition. Trying to make major changes in your life as you're trying to incorporate those new goals and into your lives, those new ways of being into your lives. Rosemary, it can help. Okay, 2 drops of fennel. Go back. I did a whole other class on rosemary a couple days ago. Go check it out. Anyway, then fennel, 2 drops of fennel too, which is the oil of responsibility. If you have teenagers, if you have people who like to put the blame on others and never look at their own responsibility, maybe that's you. I don't know. Maybe it's me, right? Sometimes we all probably do that a little bit. Anyway, fennel, it can help us take responsibility for our own choices, get out of victim mode, and move on. Anyway, 2 drops of rosemary, 2 drops of fennel, and then 2 drops of lemon, which is the oil of focus. And we have done a lot on lemon through these different weeks. It's one that seems to keep popping up in a lot of these diffuser blends, but I can see the reason for it because it's so uplifting and so good for so many things. So today we are diving in deep on the emotional aspects of lemon. So first thing you need to know, it is a citrus oil, and every single citrus oil is uplifting. So your lemon, your lime, your grapefruit, your bergamot, your tangerine, and your red mandarin, your green mandarin, they are all citrus oils. Citrus oils all uplift the mood. All just kind of put you in that happy feeling, right? Okay, so some people like to call lemon citrus in a bottle, citrus sunshine in a bottle. And lemon's major effect is on the mental field. Lemon can help with clarity of thought. It can help clear an overburdened mind. Lemon aids in logical thinking. Right? Lemon helps us see self-limiting thoughts that are tripping us up and making life more hard than it easy. Right? Oh, those self-limiting thoughts that seem to dog us, right? They just seem to boom, be honest. We want to do something good. Boom, like the whole herd of self-limiting thoughts comes on. You're not pretty enough, you're not smart enough, you're not wealthy enough, you're not connected enough, you're not whatever. You don't live in the right time, the right place. I don't know. Self-limiting thoughts can go on and on and on, and really they're all just a bunch of bunk. Just a bunch of bunk. Look at the great people in life. Look at your Margaret Thatchers, your Eleanor Roosevelts, your whoever. I don't know, but a lot of these people were not praised for their beauty, and they still went on to achieve great things and become world leaders. Let's get over how we look. God made us. God made us. I was talking to someone the other day, and they're like, you don't like your nose? How do you know it's not like God's? You don't like the way you look? How do you know you don't like him? Right? We believe that we are children of God. We don't know what we got from him. We don't know. Right? The scriptures say that we are wonderfully and awesomely made. Why? Let's quit putting ourselves down on that. Let's do what we can to look our best, right? And then let's get over it, and let's get on with our missions in life. We do not need to be held back. I don't know if you've ever seen Studio C, but I'm going to have Caleb pull up his favorite Studio C with the nah. Anyway, it's like nah. This person is people are trying to control the situation in ways that she doesn't want, and she's like, nah. That is not gonna happen, right? And so are we gonna get held back because of our looks? Are we going to hold ourselves back because we don't look exactly the way we want? That society or that these self-limiting beliefs are attacking us? Anna. Maybe that was us in the past, but that is not us now. We are going forward confident in how we look, loving on our bodies, loving on our looks, letting our light shine out to the world. That is who we are. Okay, so if you have any other self-limiting beliefs, lemon can help. Okay. And sometimes it's good to just sit down and say, what self-limiting beliefs do I have? Write them down. See, where do they even originate? And then just say, you know what, that doesn't serve me anymore. I don't believe that anymore. It's time to let that one go. Okay, so going on. It can help us see the cause and effect in our lives again, and that can help us get out of victim mentality. It's great for study sessions, right? Because it improves attention span and problem solving, and it counteracts fatigue. Have you ever smelled a lemon? Like, don't you just want to wake up? Like, it's just like a brightening, just like a energizing oil, right? Okay. It's great for those with learning issues. It can clear self-judgment, again, that I'm too dumb or too stupid to do this. And it calms fears and insecurities and helps restore self-confidence. These are all my notes that I've gotten from so many different sources. Okay, it helps us analyze our resentment. This is so good. I knew we were going to get to this. It helps us analyze our resentments and decide if they're based or not. Either way, and it's such a powerful cleanser. And those of you who know me know I love Chinese medicine and know that the anchor is in our liver. I don't know about you. I don't want to be an angry person. Do I have things that make me angry? Oh yeah. Unfortunately. Oh yeah. I have things that make me angry. Like almost every day. I'm sorry to say that. They do. And you know what? I have to get over it. I have to tell myself. I changed the way I'm thinking. I changed it. You know, I can't believe someone just did that to. Oh, maybe they're having a bad day. Oh, maybe they didn't have as good of a home life, as good of an upbringing, as good of a chance to develop some other things. Maybe, you know, who knows what's going on in their lives. I don't know. So, trying to become a more compassionate. When I start to get angry, right, it can happen. It does happen. Anyway, when I start to get angry, I'm really trying to shift more into the compassion. I can see that our here kind of that are, yep, see, our chickens are at the door saying, hey, come feed me. Anyway, okay, so it's a great antidepressant. It can help inspire natural playfulness and buoyancy, restoring feelings of joy and happiness. It makes it easier. Oh, I'm loving on this one. This is the one that I need right now. Okay, so it makes it easier to handle stresses the stresses of life with humor. I don't know that humor has ever been my strong point yet. Don't you love power yet? I love the power of yet. So I don't know that humor has been my strong point yet. Maybe compassion, maybe diving deep into problems, being able to analyze them. Maybe those have been my strong points. But humor, not so much yet. But I love humor. And I want to incorporate it more in my life. So I'm going to try. I don't know. I'm going to pray for it. I am going to pray to develop a more humorous nature so that when things are hard or tense, I can say something that diffuses things, right? Humor is amazing. Just Anyway, okay, so that just reminds me about one other thing that I wanted to say about energy super quick. So interrupting the stuff for lemon, emotional stuff on lemon, to go back to energy. What I wanted to say too, have you that when you're tired, like you're just so tired, and then your best friend calls, and then you talk to her, and then you have all of a sudden all this energy, right? Have you ever noticed that when sometimes we kind of do it on the scripture for like half an hour at a time, and sometimes when we're reading down the scriptures, my children seem to fall asleep. Get that? Anyway, my children sometimes seem to fall asleep, and I could be like, hey, wake up. Hey, wake up. Hey, get up and do 5 jumping jacks or 10 jumping jacks so you can pay attention. This is important. And then do you know what I did the other day? In the middle of scriptures on the same topic that we were kind of studying in our scriptures, I put like a quiz on who do you think said this, right? And everyone was instantly awake and smiling and trying to guess who said it. It was like the best thing ever. I'm like, how can I be a parent this long and never have done that? So just saying that sometimes when we have those low energy times, incorporating humor, incorporating some type of change of doing something that we love doing, connecting with something that we love, brings us all of our energy back. It's amazing. Okay, going back to lemon, right? Anyway, lemon, it can help us see the world with humor. Okay. It is great to put in your homemade cleansers. It's a great grease cleaner. And I'm just going to say this, that when you put it in your homemade cleansers, when you smell that, not when you smell that, when you spray that on your counters, it smells so good. And honestly, it helps put me in a better mood when I'm cleaning so often. I love to put like 5 drops of lemon in like a spray bottle, and then 5 drops of On Guard. It's an oil that's super good that doTERRA has. It's super good for getting rid of germs and cleaning things. Anyway, so it can help boost your self-confidence and help us take our personal power back, especially in social arenas. It can help us feel friendly and equal and capable of working with others. Friendly and equal. Are there some places that you go that you don't really feel equal? You don't really feel equal. Are there some places? I can think of one that's like that for me. Diffusing lemon, right? Helping us get our confidence back. Reminding us, putting it in our water. Boom, boom, boom. Just a few drops in our water, drinking it down. Reminding us we're all children of God. We're all equal. So I know I just told you could put lemon in your water, and you can. I would definitely never suggest putting lemon in your water with anything but doTERRA essential oils, because doTERRA's lemon, because they have a batch number on every single bottle of their oils, and they third-party test, not just like every 100th batch or every 10th batch. No, they third-party test every single batch. You can go to the site Source to You and type in your little batch number and see every single test that's ever been done on your batch of oils and see all the results. It 100% makes sure that there's nothing in your batch of oils that you don't want. And doTERRA is amazing at rejecting essential oils if they do not meet standard, right? So anyway, and can you ingest every essential oil that doTERRA has? No, because some aren't meant to be ingested. Some are meant to just be put on topically or diffused. But you can easily tell if you can ingest a doTERRA essential oil, because it will have a supplement facts on it, just like your cereal box does. So if it has this, it's good to ingest, put in your water, use it with food, whatever. So there you go. Keep your lemon with you. Going into places where you don't feel equal, put some lemon in your water. See if it isn't a game changer in your life. Okay, so it supports emotional honesty, and I think part of that is because It calms fears and it restores confidence. So, and when we aren't so fearful and we have more confidence, it's so much easier to be honest, right? We want to be honest anyway. But it's easier to be honest when we feel better. Okay, it helps with mental flexibility, so everything has to be your own way. Maybe start diffusing a little lemon. It helps it improves drives to complete projects. For added confidence and to help you feel empowered, you might want to mix it with wintergreen, bergamot, ginger, or lemongrass. Or and it basically combines well with every single oil. It's just gonna give that oil blend an uplift. So just a little bit more about lemon, and now I'm turning to the book that's called Essential Oils: Your Guide to Process, Release, and Live Free. Okay, I'm sorry, Essential Emotions. Essential Emotions, Your Guide to Process, Release, and Live Free. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit more about lemon and the negative emotions it can help address is if you're confused, unable to focus, mentally fatigued, joy and energy, have learning issues like we already talked about, feel guilty. My guess is if you feel guilty, let's do some repenting, let's do some repairing, let's let it go. But lemon can help. And if you feel disengaged, right? Some people feel disengaged for a whole number of reasons. Lemon can help release those and restore what we need to feel engaged. Okay, the positive properties that lemon can bring in is being focused, being energized, having mental clarity, being alert, rational, and joyful. Oh, I think I'm going to remember the rational one. Do your children ever get a little irrational? Some of mine do. I think people tend to be a little bit more irrational when they're hungry, or when they're little too. So diffusing that, maybe that can help your little irrational ones. Well, I'm not saying they're irrational ones, but your ones that seem to get irrational every once in a while. Maybe it's going to help us when we get irrational every once in a while. Okay, so lemon essential oil is amazing. The oil of focus, an oil of such an uplifting oil. Again, reminding us that we are diffusing this week 2 drops of rosemary, the oil of transition and knowledge, 2 drops of fennel, the oil of responsibility. Smells so good. Smells like black jelly beans or black licorice. Anyway, and 2 drops of lemon, the oil of focus. And the affirmation for the day is, I am open to using the great energy that I feel to achieve my goals and plans instead of just wasting it, just wasting the energy that we have. And the song that we're doing for the whole entire week and today is shower the people you love with love. And the affirmation for the week today, and the affirmation for the week is, I am very excited about new veggies. Hope you're eating your veggies. They are so healing to our bodies and our minds and our emotions. And can't wait to talk to you tomorrow as we go into the physical benefits of rosemary, fennel, and lemon. I think you're going to love them. They have so many good physical benefits. Okay, this is Susanna Williams with Essential Oils, Health Matters, and Living the Wholesome Life, and saying that I know that we have the power within us to make it a great day. Bye-bye.